What is a podcast? A medium of exchange? What is being exchanged exactly? Hot air and bad breath? Knowledge? What is knowledge? Facts, information, and skills acquired by a person through experience or education? What is a fact? What is a person? Hot air and bad breath? What is anything? How is anything? Why is anything? What the fuck? Every person is apparently a descendant of apes. The apes of today are either fucking or fighting, and sometimes both at the same time. Other than that, they just eat leaves and use other leaves to wipe their ass after they shit out leaves. Sorry. Apparently that last part about wiping ass is only a theory by someone on the internets. Not a fact. But still, the fact is that every person descended from a non-person, an ape, that wants to fuck or fight, and sometimes both, any knowledge whatsoever. They don't even justify their actions with hot air and bad breath. They just act on the facts by fucking or fighting them. Sometimes both. Why? Have they thought this through? Is this really the best course of action for them, based on their knowledge? Does their knowledge logically conclude that they must oppose all hot air and bad breath by fucking and fighting it out of existence? Maybe. But how would we know? They'll never tell. And should a person even trust them if they did? Maybe there is one ape out there, one non-person, who is trying their best to think all this through. One who is taking it all in, all the fucking and fighting, and wondering why it has to be this way, and how it could be different. Maybe they are just too scared to speak. Scared they will be identified as having hot air and bad breath. Scared of being identified as a person. Maybe they just go along with all the fucking and fighting, and sometimes both, because they are just trying to stay alive. Trying to live to see another glorious day, to take in every bit of unknown knowledge the cosmos has to offer. Oh, wait! That's what I'll call the pod. Unknown knowledge. Yes! It perfectly captures the essence of a podcast. What is a podcast? A medium of exchange of unknown knowledge. Like every non-person trying to descend into personhood, they contain unknown knowledge they are trying to get out. But instead of fucking or fighting it out of themselves like a non-person, they use their hot air and bad breath. Not only that, the listeners of podcasts don't have to feel the hot air or smell the bad breath. And they can pause or play them whenever they want, and fast forward and rewind as well. Fuck! Not only that, non-persons have extremely easy access to an incredible amount of hours of unknown knowledge from all over the world. Amazing! It will surely only be a matter of time before every non-person on Earth has listened to enough unknown knowledge that they will have no choice but to stop fucking and fighting and finally start expressing their unknown knowledge. Why else are we all here? To fuck and fight and shit leaves from the trees? There has got to be more to each person and non-person. I know. It's unknown. We don't know what we don't know. So how can we know for sure? Well, I don't know. The only thing I know for sure is that I know nothing at all. But even knowing I know nothing is still knowing something, isn't it? I know. Call it unknown knowledge. It is something. It's what bridges the gap between non-person and person. It's what causes one to second guess whether they should fuck or fight the next thing they see, and instead wonder, maybe there is some unknown knowledge in there that I could relate with, provide insight to, or benefit from. Maybe I don't need to live in constant fear that the next thing I see is going to fuck or fight or shit on me. Maybe we can all get along.